Alright, so the next thing I need to do is I need to gather a whole bunch of supplies so that I can go... I forgot my axe. Gather a whole bunch of supplies so I can go back to the mining location out here, where I'm going to build a little mining outpost with a bunch of crates and a little building. I have an idea of the style I want to build in, and that's just so I don't have to keep on making trips back and forth, because it's not a very short trip. I want to make sure that I can go out there, mine a whole bunch, dump my inventory into crates, and then get right back to it. I want to find that salt, I want to start pickling things. So once I've got those resources gathered, and I'm back out there building, I'll bring you back. And mine... There it is. So that is where the building will start. That is going to be the back left corner of the building. Like that. I'm not going to do anything too crazy, I don't think. Why is it always storming? It can't always rain. It has to stop eventually. I'm tired of the thunder and the lightning and the hail. It's just problematic. How do I make quarter logs? With an axe and 6 logs makes 6 quarter logs. I totally intentionally just made firewood out of the pine that I was getting for planks. That was 100% on purpose. Oh, you're rotated the wrong way. There we go. Let's make a bunch of stairs. Oh, that's the wrong way. Except for windows, windows and interior decorating, my log cabin is finished. Alright, so we got the log cabin all built. All that's really missing is the glass for the windows. And this is my mining outpost that's going to be out. I might do a little awning over the front porch. And I do want to expand the front porch just a little bit. But this is just our little mining outpost for hopefully what's going to be a salt mine. But right now it's just a limestone and copper mine. So a little bit of a tour here. Come up the stairs here. Got a double door. I filled it with crates that are all going to be filled with all kinds of rocks. Upstairs is going to be sort of a living area. I'll put some shelves up here for the crocs and food that I bring along for my trips out here. I do want to put a fireplace in here somewhere. Maybe I'll turn this side into a fireplace rather than a window and have a chimney coming out the top. But I think the rest of this episode is going to be searching for that dang salt mine. And if I manage to find the salt mine, then it's going to be pickling. I'm so ready for it. All right. Back to it. All right, so I'm back here at the cabin. And while I was getting re-geared and set up again, I did a little bit of looking into what it takes to find salt, like what you actually need to do to find the salt. I've been doing the exact right thing, so I'm just going to keep doing what I was doing. Apparently it's just extremely rare, so if I just keep doing what I'm doing, I'll find it eventually. But the goal for this winter is to get salt and start pickling before spring comes. I'm hoping to find it very quickly. That way I can also get a windmill built. My home is pretty far above sea level, so that means that it should be able to generate a good bit of power from the wind as well. I'm hoping to get a windmill set up with a helve hammer or two, as well as hooking it up to a quern so I can just auto mill anytime I need anything ground. I'm tired of grinding lime. One thing that I did notice that other people were doing when they were using this method to find halite is they would go every other block here and just mine it out like this. Strip mining Minecraft style. Which I hear doesn't work too well anymore, funny enough. Something else they've mentioned is checking caves. So I do have a couple caves around here I could just dip into real quick and see if there's anything in them. Trying to get my fruit nutrition up a bit so I can have some increased health. My protein has been maxed out forever. I could get grain and vegetable maxed out pretty well as well, but I'm not too worried about it. I just happen to have a ton of blueberries left over from making blueberry jam. Oh, that goes straight down. Holy smokes. There's some malachite there. That's some scary stuff. Some scary looking stuff. Not a fan of those guys. Could explore a little bit deeper maybe. open for another temporal gear. That way if I die anymore, I can... Or if I start dying a lot more. Oh my god, we found halite. Okay, so halite is here. I'm just going to do this. Now that halite goes all the way down to this game's bedrock, which is the mantle. All I had to do was go in this dumb little cave right over here and we'd find it. So I'm going to mark it on the map. I don't want to go in that cave to mine it because I don't want to have to deal with the mobs constantly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my mine and dig over to it. That was my plan for most of winter, was find this friggin' salt. And we found it. And I was going the right way almost. I just needed to dig a little further this way. I needed a lot further this way. So I'm gonna dig over to that halite. Found it. So I'm just gonna mine a whole ton of this so I don't have to come back anytime soon. Okay, so I had restarted my computer before work, right before work, and came home. My computer was all set up like normal, and it had been a long day. I completely forgot that I had restarted my computer. So I sat down and opened up Vintage Story, hit my record button, and didn't realize that OBS wasn't even open. So I lost a pretty significant segment here of me starting up the design for my pickling room. So this is right across from the storage room for my cellar. This is where all of my crops and everything go. And then right across I have the pickling area. I went ahead and built this little water trench. I'm kind of proud of it. One of the first things I've chiseled, aside from I did chisel these pillars in the corners of this room. But I got the idea to have water in this room to make pickling a lot easier. And couldn't think of a way to design it. Ended up coming up with this. Went through a couple different designs for how I wanted to do the trimming on here. And this is kind of what I settled on. And then I'm probably going to do something pretty similar for these guys. I haven't decided entirely yet, but I might put something similar around on these. But I got these all filled with brine already. I don't know how many vegetables you actually have to put in to pickle them. So I'm going to grab some turnips here. And see if I can't get some pickling going. So we'll open this up, and then... Is it just 1-to-1? Ooh, it's 14 days as well. That takes a while. Now, I know that... Let me see if one more... Yeah, it's 1-to-1. Okay. So, it reduces it a little bit, but I'm betting... These are fresh for 66 days. I'm wondering... I'm willing to bet that this is going to increase how long they're fresh for by quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pickle everything I can. And so I'm just going to put everything I can into these brines. That's enough for another full one of turnips. And we'll just put these guys back, and then we'll do carrots next. I'm excited to see what this actually does to them. Obviously, it decreases their saturation or satiety just a little bit, but that's not the end of the world in my mind. That's okay. I'm experimenting here. So I've got a whole bunch of pickles going. I need to make a lantern for this room because that torch, of course, will end up going out. So I'm going to go make a lantern, get that hung up in there. And then I have to decide what I'm going to do next because my entire plan for this episode was find salt and pickle something. And we've done both of those already, so I don't know what else to do. I did already edit the first 15 or so minutes of this episode. Whatever it took to actually find the salt is what I edited up to. And I noticed that I didn't talk about these mining bags I found out about. I was looking in... I don't remember what I had looked up to actually find them. I think I was just looking at linen. I think I was just looking at linen in the notebook here, and I noticed these down here. A mining bag and a sturdy mining bag. Now, the sturdy mining bag takes sturdy leather, and I don't know how to even begin with this stuff, because chromium sulfate, and it takes sulfuric acid, crushed chromite, sulfuric acid is saltpeter, powdered sulfur. It's a lot. It's so much. So I don't even want to look at that yet. But I saw this, and it's 12 slots. And so I was using that while I was mining because I just emptied my inventory of everything I wasn't going to be using with everything equipped, right? And then whenever I went into the mine, switched out like this, and now I've got a ton more space. Now, this space can only be used for stones and minerals and ores. Stones, ores, minerals, and metals is what it can carry. So it's pretty limited into what space I have. So I just had my tools here and then filled this up with salt. I filled it with salt. I had so much salt. In fact, I still have probably... I don't remember how much I ended up grinding. I think I actually ground exactly enough to fill all of those barrels. I might have just a little bit more hiding somewhere, but I think that's all I got was enough to fill those barrels. Was that a Generation 2U, or did I lure... Yeah, that has to be. That has to be, or Generation 1, I mean. This is Generation 0, so is this Generation 1? Yeah, we got a Generation 1U. So as soon as she's ready to mate, we're gonna have progress towards our Generation 2. And Generation 2, I believe, is only 30% likely to get stressed whenever you try to milk them. So by the time I have a Generation 2U that is given birth, I will long have many a pickle. I will have so many pickle. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 350 pickle. I think what I'll do, I've been meaning to build a chicken coop, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a chicken coop over here for this episode. I'm going to quit rambling, quit stalling, trying to think of what I want to do, and we're just going to dig this spot out. I'm going to put up a chicken coop. Lord knows I've got the grain to feed the chicken. So my idea would probably work best. So I'm wanting to eventually build my actual house up on this hill over here, I think. Let me just go double check, make sure it still looks nice like I remember it looking. I was planning on building up on this hill here, a big house that overlooks all of that. It's a little too far. Maybe up on this hill. Or up on that hill, maybe. Maybe just over here. I'll just build it here. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But a chicken coop. I wanted to put a chicken coop over here, but I don't know anymore. Because the design I wanted to do... I wanted to make it easy to access the nests. What are you guys doing up there? It's high activity. Great. Well, I'm going to keep on getting distracted, I guess, so... We'll see if I actually get anything done today. Compost is done. Let's go. Do I have any more spoil to throw in there? Not yet. I have some stuff that'll be spoiled soon. Ish. Yeah, soon-ish. I do need to make a storage room eventually as well, because this is getting out of hand. That's not what I thought it was. Let's chuck the chalk, because I got no interest in the chalk. Okay, I was hoping you wouldn't hit me, but that was kind of rude, my guy. Okay, let's chuck the chalk. Chuck the slate. The next question is, does this work in this, or does it need to be... Ooh, it does work in this. Okay, so that's powdered sylphite sorted, which is really cool. I'm gonna grind this up for you guys real quick, because it's gonna bug me if it's not ground up. Alright, got a candle going. I'm getting those guys heating. -4 out. It's October. It's only gonna get colder. That's something I'm somewhat worried about with the ram. I'm worried he's gonna try and make an escape as soon as snow starts piling up. So I'm going to double up on the height of the fence there. So I need my planks. I believe it's like this, right? Yep. Start out like that. I'll take some more planks. That should be more than enough. And I'm going to double up on the height of this fence. And I saw a really cool design from another YouTuber. I will link his video in the description. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but if I can figure out how cards work, I will link them. I'll link everything. I'll give him credit. I want to give him credit for this design I'm about to use, because I saw him use it with his farms in a different way than what I'm about to do, but for the same purpose as what I'm gonna do. I don't have an axe on me. Let's see if I can just punch this. It looks like I can. And it wasn't to do with what I'm doing here. It'll be with something else here in just a moment. You'll see. You'll see. I think it's really cool. Yeah, let's just do that. That should be fine. I'm also somewhat worried with something being able to jump in here with the snow buildup. Not necessarily just them getting out, but maybe a bear getting in. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab my axe for this because I don't even know if I'll be able to get it to work right. And an axe will make it easier to mess with things. What the heck is that? Oh, it's a bush. It looked like there was some menacing figure standing on this over here. I thought that bush was a monster. I was so confused there. I was like, what the heck? Are there new monsters in the winter? What the heck? No, it was just a bush. So what he does is this, which I thought was really cool. Like that. I'll separate it like this, kind of. So that these are easily accessed now. Without me having to go in there. I thought that was just really cool, and I think I kind of like the design, the way it looks. You know? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I like the way it looks, and I like the functionality of it, so... Might actually do this, though. Maybe not there. Maybe here? Give it a little more support. Maybe down there, too. I don't have any sticks. It's up to 0. It's up to 0 degrees. One of my favorite things to say. Okay, so let's actually get working on this chicken coop. Now, I need to decide on how I'm going to build it because my original plan won't work with this area. I think... Ooh, you know what? I'm going to fill this in. I kind of like little areas like this on the ground, but where it looks like it tried to generate water and just didn't. It makes me think of, like, I don't know. I just like it. I don't know what it makes me think of. I just know I like it. But what I could do... I'm gonna need a bunch of sticks. I'll be right back. I eventually remembered that I was making a lantern for my pickling room. I like that word, pickle. Pickle is such a good word. pickling. Pickle, pickle, pickle. Pickle, pickle, pickle. Pickle. Pickle, pickle. It's gonna go there. Beautiful. Pickle room. Pickle room. Okay. Back to the chicken coop. I needed to make shears because I need sticks. And when I was making the shears, I remembered that I was also going to be making... Go in the water. When I was making the shears, I also remembered I needed to make a plate for a lantern and had to remember why I was making a lantern. And it was for the pickle room, so I went ahead and got that taken care of. But now I'm going to go get sticks and make a bunch of fences so I can build my chicken coop. I had an idea, and I'm excited about it. Oh man, I'm so happy that all fit. I was kind of worried that I wouldn't be able to fit that all in there. And I have way more sticks than I need, so we're going to throw a bunch of them in storage here. Okay. So my idea here for a chicken coop. Let's start off with some fences. I'll get a 4 wide. Yeah, 4 wide gap here. Like that. Beautiful. Okay. So that's basically the feeding area for the chickens. I think I want to go a little wider here. I need more planks. Oh my goodness. This is medium? This is worse than when it was at high. My goodness. That's not good. No. I want this to go. That works. No. I really struggle with this game sometimes. And I'm out of storage space. I have a limestone one, don't I? Yeah, I do. Low fertility soil doesn't need to be there. Is this used for anything other than rope? Nope. That is not medium activity. Come on. I'm trying to think of a chicken coop design, like an actual coop building. I'm thinking it'll go right back here. I almost don't want it to go back there, though, because I will be running here. This shouldn't aggro them, I don't think. Not aggro, but it shouldn't disturb them, I don't think. I'll have to sleep on it. It's getting kind of late for me, so I'm going to sleep on it and think about this, and I'll record some more in the morning.